Rift Valley Textiles Limited Rivatex is the only government-owned textile industry in Kenya. The company was incorporated in 1975, but in 1998 it faced a myriad of administrative and financial challenges and was put under receivership. In the year 2000, the facility eventually collapsed and subsequently ceased operations. Before its collapse, Rivatex was East Africa's leading textile mill producing the best quality fabrics. 6 years after Rivatex collapse, Professor Richard Mibay, the Vice-Chancellor at Moi University, saw a gold mine in what had become Rivatex ruins. Borrowing from institutions of higher learning at developed economies, Professor Mibay thought it would be of much value if he could acquire Rivatex to be utilized by engineering students at Moi University for practical lessons.
When I joined Moi, then I realized that there was a challenge in this area, and that they were spending about 1.8 million shillings a year, engineering school alone, in sending students to University of Dar es Salaam, and then some factories in Jinja for practical experiences, and also going to Nairobi to also do attachments and practicals.
Professor Mibay initiated the process of reviving Rivatex, and after a long and tedious process, Moi University acquired Rivatex in 2007.
After we had done it, the biggest challenge then was that there was no cotton. Fortunately, the Minister for Agriculture was Honorable William Ruto, who is now our Deputy President. He went around after he got to know that we wanted his support. He actually provided free seed for cotton, and also provided tractors that will enable farmers to cultivate this crop and sell it. So we began now to encourage farmers to grow cotton so that they can sell it to us. So when the farmers began to grow cotton, we began to buy, and that was now bringing in income to the farmers in Kenya, and also supplying. But it wasn't enough, because we had to have what Kenya is producing is not quite enough. So we also had to get some additional cotton from Tanzania, and we still buy a little bit of cotton from Tanzania.
Even though Rivatex was revived by Moi University mainly for research, product development and extension, it is today a fully operational textile mill producing a high-quality range of products from cotton and polyester, not only for the Kenyan market but for East African at large.
At the moment, we have around 500 employees. Some of them are the employees which was in the old Rivatex, which we recall to fill up on the skill cap. We are now moving towards more modernization, and the reason why we want to do that is we want to open up new markets. We want to also improve on our quality. We want to be called as one of the best textile industry in the world. We are continuously upgrading the factory because the old machines were obsolete, and therefore we needed to enhance efficiency, and therefore need to buy new equipment and machines so that the factory can work efficiently and produce so that we can compete in the market nationally and internationally.
We do process cotton fibers, 80%. 20% is a blend of polyester, cotton. Sometimes we do the viscose polyester. That one entails the various counts. So that is from the coarse count to finer count.
Rivatex mainly source its raw materials from suppliers in Kisumu, Kitui and Mogotio in Baringo. Production begins at the spinning department. Here, there are several activities that take place which include reception and weighing of the raw material, checking of the trash content in the raw material, checking for the maturity and fitness of the cotton fibers, among others. The raw material is passed through different motors to produce long continuous interlocked fibers, commonly known as yarns. Until 2011, the spinning department was equipped with an old machine, but Rivatex has since acquired a modern spinning machine, increasing its yarn production capacity.
We normally use our new machinery, it's modernized. We normally get high production, up to 2.5 times a day than the previous one. We normally used to get 600 kgs per whole shift.
Yarn produced from the spinning department is passed to the preparation department where the yarn is strengthened.
We start with warping, where the yarn is converted to warper's beam. Then it is taken to sizing machine, where starch is actually added to that particular yarn to make it strong for the preceding processes, that is weaving. There is another yarn, because the fabric is made of two strands of yarn. We have warp and weft. So for weft, it is taken direct from spinning to the weaving section. But for warp, it must come through the preparation department for sizing to strengthen it.
The weaving department is equipped with 34 operational projectile machines and one air jet machine. At this department, yarn is woven.
From weaving, we get what we call grey fabric, which is white, which is now taken to maybe processing department to be printed, dyed, or maybe bleached.
Currently, the weaving department produces between 5,000 and 10,000 meters of fabric per day. At the processing department, there are two sections, the pre-treatment line and the dyeing, printing and finishing line.
In the pre-treatment section, we have quite a number of processes. The first process is called cold bleach. That is where we use some chemicals to remove some impurities on the fabric. Second process is what we call scoring. Scoring is the process of removing waxy material on the fiber. We can have a natural fats on the fiber or the artificial fibers we use during sizing process in weaving. Also, we have what we call macerizing. Macerizing means we open the fibers of the fabric to improve the uptake of the dye. That is what we call macerizing process.
The fabric is then washed and passed on for dyeing.
We use quite a number of dyes and pigments during printing. We have the reactive dyes, we have pigment dyes, we may have also what we call azoic dyes during printing.
In addition to artificial dyes, Professor Mibe has innovated Tami dye, made from marigold weed. This dye has since been adopted at the mill.
We started with mushroom. With mushroom, the problem is that we are not able to grow mushrooms all year round in a way, because of course the ones that you find in the wild can only be found during the wet season. So the reason why we zeroed in on marigold is because marigold is considered to be a useless plant. At the same time, it's a nuisance to the farmers. So we wanted to use this nuisance, this obnoxious weed, to get something out of it. And the advantage about this marigold is that we can get about 7 to 11 colors out of it, as opposed to the mushrooms, which I can get maybe 1 or 2 colors. And the advantage about it also is that it's able to grow and mature within 3 months. And it can grow all year round, almost anywhere, needing no pesticides or agronomical activities.
The recently acquired high-temperature jigger machine is used for dyeing the fabric. Dyed fabric is passed on to the finishing section, where design prints designed at the design studio are imparted.
Finishing means we are imparting the desired qualities of the fabric before it is taken to the customer. That one we use quite a number of chemicals depending on the requirement of the client. We may use something like industrial starch. We have resin. We have softeners and many others.
The finished product in the processing department is passed on for quality check.
We must inspect them so that we can find the kind of defects which have arisen from those departments. After inspecting, there are various defects which occurs. First, we have shade variations. That's one of it. We have short width of the fabric. That's the second one, and so many of that.
After inspection, the fabrics are folded, cut as per customer specifications, and finally baled for shipping. Rivatex has also invested in a tailoring department where fabric value addition is done.
We make a wide range of products, starting from accessories like bags and caps. We make uniforms for secondary schools. We make gowns for universities. We make also corporate attires for different organizations.
The department produces up to 300 assorted attires per day. Final products are distributed through Rivatex outlets located at Eldoret Rivatex Mill, Eldoret Town, Kisumu, Nairobi, and Kitale.
I would like to encourage the Kenyan government, the people of Kenya to buy our products. Our products are distributed in most part of the country, and we would like to expand to reach out to everyone. One other thing we would like to say that we want to thank the government for supporting us this financial year to enhance modernization of the factory, since most of the machines are very obsolete, which has really been an impediment for production efficiency.
I see Rivatex as being a world-class industry within the next few years. I'm saying so because some of the machines that at the time when we came in, especially the weaving side, we had about 265 weaving machines. Each of those machines was being manned by 4 people. We removed the 265 and brought in modernization. And from 265 machines, we brought in 50 machines, which is manned by 1 person, at the most 2. Producing more, taking less energy to produce what we produce. And that way, we are able to cut down on costs and also bring in efficiency. So we also have modernized the other sections, which we now have world-class machines that are up to date, not only for production, but also for training, because when you have the very best, it means also your students are also able to use the best that is there in the market. So I believe that with this modernization, we are able to produce more in a shorter time, spending a little less.
I want to take this opportunity to thank the Moi University Council, the Senate, the Vice Chancellor of Moi University, who was behind this establishment of Rivatex, the former Managing Director, Professor David Wikong, and all the first employees of Rivatex. I would like to say that we appreciate the standard of Rivatex where it is now.
Rivatex aims to be the #1 textile industry in the region.